Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel, and also welcome to the Murray River. So I'm just sitting here on my parents' jetty down in North Yunderup, and every time we come down here I always keep meaning to throw the stand-up paddleboard in the water and go for a paddle. So I'm having a little bit of an adventure. I'm going to try and paddle 10k's along the Murray River. There's actually a 16.5k paddle you can do, so starting in Pinjarra and winding all the way downstream down the Murray River, this river, into Ravenswood. And the funny thing is, I've never paddled more than about 5k's, so I have no idea if I can even do a 16.5k paddle. So I thought today the wind, the temperature, and also I was free today, it seems to be in my favour, so I thought I would come and do a little bit of a practice paddle on my stand-up paddleboard because yeah, I have no idea if I can even do 16.5k's on a paddleboard. Let's see if I can even paddle 10k's. I have no idea myself, so this will be interesting. And yeah, just soak in some of the scenery of the Murray River. Okay, so this is all the gear that I'm going to bring with me, and again today is a test paddle, so I'm kind of just testing out if this is all the equipment that I need. So I'm going to take my GoPro, of course, so that's definitely one thing that's coming with me, and I've got a polarized lens on here as well, so if you're doing anything on the water, fishing, kayaking, boating, whatever, a polarized lens is fantastic because it just cuts out all the glare, so that is a must when you're on the water. And I think I just bought that from eBay as well, like it was a really cheap purchase. So GoPro, I've got my dry bag here, so this is just a cheap dry bag from Kmart, and it's a 5 litre. So all I've got in here is some sunscreen, I've got some snacks because I haven't had breakfast yet and it's pretty early, and my drink bottle. So I think that's really all that I need because I don't think this paddle is going to take too long. It'll probably be an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours to paddle the 10k's. Because again, this is my test paddle, so I'm not doing the full shebang today. So that's pretty much all I'm bringing with me. And then I'll just secure that onto the straps on my paddleboard. So okay, so this is the Pinjarra boat ramp. And I think for boats it's actually quite shallow down here, but for a kayak or a SUP or something like that it's totally fine. So yeah, we're just launching from down here. Alright, so it is a stunning morning, and this is the Murray River, and this is one of the reasons why I wanted to paddle down here because it is so beautiful. Stunning. All right, let's dive in. So beautiful out here. onto the banks and there's a cat staring at me. I mean, like, you'd expect to see dogs and horses and cows and stuff, but not a cat. So that was super random. I mean, there's lots of beautiful birds and wildlife, so yeah, taking it all in. Alright, let's get paddling. Alright, so we've just hit the 5k mark, so I've turned around, I had a quick drink break. It's taken me about 45 minutes, and I think that's a pretty good judge of distance. So for every 5k's, it's going to take me 45 minutes. Yeah, but we'll have to wait and see how I feel when I get back to Pinjarra, because 5k's is quite far for me. But I feel fine. Like, I don't feel tired, my arms don't feel sore, my feet are a little bit sore, but we shall see. Oh, I don't know if you can see that, but the wind has kind of picked up a little bit, and it just makes paddling so much more difficult. You are basically a sail in the wind for your paddleboard, so any sort of breeze does make paddleboarding so much more difficult. And that's why I wanted to do the paddle from A to B, so from Pinjarra to Ravenswood. I didn't want to have to turn around and go back, because otherwise you're sort of fighting time, and you're fighting the wind that generally comes in a little bit earlier in the afternoon. So yes, I think it's only like 8 or 8:30, and there's a slight breeze. So imagine if this was on your back, helping you downstream, it would be so much more enjoyable. Mind you, it is only for a short period before I reach the bend, which should be pretty protected. But yeah, just another reason why I wanted to do this paddle A to B, so from Pinjarra down to Ravenswood, is so I didn't have any issues with the wind. But this is just my test paddle, so you know, I've had to turn around and go back and fight the elements a little bit. Alright, there we are, we made it back. Alright, here's a little debrief. So I can confirm my test paddle was a success. I just did 10k's, so 5k's, turned around and then came back. And I feel fine, like my feet are a little bit sore, so I reckon I could have kept going, to be honest. Like if I had have just kept on paddling, I reckon I could definitely do another 6.5k's and complete that full Pinjarra to Ravenswood paddle. So I'm super excited about that. So now I just have to wait for a really good weather day. Keep an eye on that. And also, yeah, Saturday or a Sunday morning has to be super early, so that kind of just like beats any of the boat traffic there might be on the Murray River. So you don't want to be paddling when there's boats around, because it just makes life super difficult. But yeah, that was such a beautiful paddle, and yeah, really excited to actually get the full paddle in. So I use an app called Predict Wind to check the wind and the tide conditions. It is a fantastic app, so you get to see the direction of the wind. I'll pop a little photo up here so you can see this morning. So I was checking it yesterday, and you can just check to see when the wind's actually going to turn. So that's always a really, really good app So that's a really good app to use, and that's one that I have used in preparation for this paddle. All right, so a little bit of backstory about why I actually wanted to do this is because, well, you saw my mum and dad's jetty this morning, so we do spend a lot of time on the Murray River, and I've just always wanted to, yeah, come down and actually check out the river. Simon and I have supped a little bit of the Blackwood River before, which is, we started in Warner Glen and went, I don't know, a couple of k's down the river, and that was just stunning. So I've always had this idea to actually do this paddle. I thought it would be quite similar, and it is. And the other reason that I wanted to do this paddle is I was watching YouTube, and I follow a guy, Cam Bostock, on both YouTube and Instagram, and him and his mate, they supped the entire Blackwood River. So that starts, I think in Nannup. So they started in Nannup and then went all the way down into Augusta. And I can't actually remember how many Ks it was, but it was like, I don't know, something like 150 to 200 Ks. It was ridiculous. And they did it over a couple of days and, you know, camped on the banks of the river. And yeah, that was one thing that really gave me some inspiration to dust off the paddleboard. We've had our paddleboards sitting in the shed for like 6 months without touching them, and I feel so guilty. Mind you, it has been winter and we've been doing a lot of mountain biking, so that's really taken our preference. So yeah, Cam, thank you for giving me some inspiration to dust off the paddleboard, and yeah, I'm really happy that I did. And I had a beautiful morning, so stay tuned for when I do my full paddle of the Murray River. And if you did like this video, please give us a like, subscribe. Escape with Me is all about adventure, anything around WA. And one other thing to mention is I actually did a blog post a while ago about 10 places to sup and kayak around WA, and it is probably one of my most popular on my blog. So if you are interested in, you know, stand-up paddleboarding or kayaking, it's not my niche, but it's just something that I do enjoy. So yeah, definitely jump on the blog. I'll link it in the description below so you can check that out. You know, there's so many amazing places that we've taken our SUP boards, like Cowbarry. We've supped down the Murchison River. We've been up to Monkey Mire. We've been supping with dolphins. We've been down in Denmark. So yeah, if this is interesting to you, then definitely jump onto the blog, link in description, and check out that blog post because yeah, people obviously enjoy it. So, all right, so until next time.